This month, Jurassic World Rebirth opened in theaters. Took this time to rank all 7 Jurassic movies from the worst to the best. In last place is Jurassic Park III, a movie chock full of utterly stupid ideas that feels more like a bad parody of Jurassic Park or a film you'd find on the Sci-Fi Channel like Sharknado. There's a scene where Dr. Alan Grant dreams about a talking velociraptor, and another where the characters realize a dinosaur is stalking them because they hear a cell phone ringing from inside its stomach. Not because the 10,000-pound dinosaur was stomping. No. The cell phone inside its stomach. They could hear that. The effects look like they're from Star Wars Episode 1, rather than the original Jurassic Park, which still holds up visually. And somehow, despite being newer, the visuals are worse. The only somewhat entertaining part is the T-Rex fight, though its ending is still highly controversial among fans. The movie as a whole doesn't resolve anything, and just feels utterly stupid. Number 6, The Lost World. The biggest problem with this sequel is the numerous plot inconsistencies compared to the original. A lawyer claims 3 people died in the original film, when it was more like 5 or 6. Ian Malcolm's daughter is introduced, despite him saying in the first movie that he has 3 kids, none of whom are ever mentioned again. None of the new characters are interesting, and when the film should be wrapping up, it turns into a generic and laughingly bad Godzilla-style monster movie. The final third feels tacked on and out of place. Number 5, Jurassic World Dominion. Much like the 2 films below it, this one is unfocused. But what gives it a bit of a step up is that it at least feels like the writers watched the previous films. It's better connected to the rest of the franchise. However, the narrative is still all over the place, bouncing between too many plot lines, leaving the most interesting ideas unresolved. It features some of the trademark dino terror, but not enough of it to make the movie truly fun. It's a terrible film, but slightly more competent than the 2 entries ranked lower. Number 4, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. A movie stuffed to the brim with absurd ideas. It tries to be timely with commentary on animal trafficking, but the twist ending negates any meaningful message. It feels like 2 different movies smashed together, with a script that ignores basic logic. After the Indominus Rex is killed, they create another hybrid, the Indoraptor, which is part Indominus and part Raptor, even though the Indominus was already part Raptor. Then there's the laser pointer weapon that directs raptors to attack, a needlessly complicated idea, especially since the person already has a gun. The final act has some fun claustrophobic dino suspense, but that's about it. Number 3, Jurassic World. A worthy, though very familiar sequel to the original. To enjoy it, you have to accept its completely ridiculous premise. Yes, people died at the original park, but let's rebuild it. And on top of that, after years of public success, the guests somehow get bored with actual living dinosaurs, so they create new hybrid creatures to retain interest. It's a dumb setup, but the film was just fun enough to make it work. Chris Pratt is fun, the terror is well executed, and the movie replicates much of the original spirit. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you can't deny it's entertaining. Number 2, Jurassic World Rebirth. This is what Dominion should have been. This is a true return to form. What Rebirth brings back, finally, is terror. Not just big dinosaur spectacle, but real suspenseful edge-of-your-seat tension. This is a scary movie. I legitimately jumped several times, and there were moments where I was literally leaning forward, eyes wide, holding my breath. It's the first Jurassic film since the 1993 original that truly captures that primal fear of being hunted by creatures beyond your control. Stylistically, the movie shifts in a bold new direction. While the last few entries were trying to be Planet of the Apes with dinosaurs and kind of failed at that, Rebirth clearly takes its cues from Jaws, and that makes perfect sense, given that Gareth Edwards, who also directed the 2014 Godzilla reboot, helms this one. That Godzilla movie was famously inspired by Jaws, and you can almost feel that same tone here. Much of Rebirth is set on a boat surrounded by dino-infested waters, and the close-quarters tension is intense. It's not about flashy CGI or non-stop action, it's about suspense, dread, and the slow burn of terror creeping closer. What surprised me even more was how well the movie balanced its tension with humor. There are genuinely funny moments here, but none of them undercut the fear. The jokes land, but never at the expense of the stakes. It's a tricky tonal balance, and the director absolutely nailed it. That being said, it's not perfect. The plot swings between bold new ideas and recycled nostalgia. Some sequences and character moments are near replicas of the original film, right down to the camera angles and dialogue beats. There's even a character who feels like a lower-budget version of Ian Malcolm, sort of Diet Jeff Goldblum that doesn't quite hit the mark. The film also suffers from too many characters. There are too many people on screen, and not all of them serve a clear purpose. You can feel the nearly 3-hour runtime, and I think a tighter, leaner cut would have elevated it even more. Still, despite its flaws, it's exactly the kind of summer blockbuster experience I want. It's thrilling, tense, funny, scary, and a breath of fresh air for a franchise that was beginning to feel extinct. Gareth Edwards brings a much-needed sense of danger and awe back to the dinosaurs, and for the first time in a while, I'm excited about where the series is headed. And of course, in first place is the original Jurassic Park. It's one of the most iconic movies ever made. Even over 30 years later, it holds up incredibly well. The story is compelling, the effects look great, the characters are awesome, and it remains just as exciting and terrifying as ever. It's the only film in the series that truly stands the test of time, and likely will for generations to come. So it comes in at number 1. So go ahead and share your ranking of the Jurassic movies, or at least the ones you've seen, and I'll see you next time.